has more than 6 years of experience into various department of hotel management, such as front office, and he has the knowledge of sales and marketing also. So we are going to welcome Mr. Shobik Devgupta for going on the webinar. Shobik,
Thank
you are
you.
welcome.
Thank you, Sashi. Pleasure
Okay.
talking and pleasure, hearing your voice after so long. It's been a long time. We have done our graduation. You know. Well,
Same here,
hello
same here.
everyone. Thank you. Hello everyone. My name is Shovik and Shovik Devgupta. I'm from Kolkata, working as a senior counselor with Great Learning as of right now. And we have, as in me and Mr. A, we both are college mates. We have completed our college hotel management together at the same year. So today we are here to learn, about certain various, career opportunities after completing hotel management. What are the other options we have? So we're gonna understand about in the hotel and outside the hotel as well, right? We all know about the COVID, situation right now, which has affected our hospitality, travel, and tourism sector. Having said that, not only hospitality, but you know many other industry, many other sectors are actually affected during the pandemic. Now talking about retail, finance, it, real estate, and other sectors are also facing difficulties to sustain. So yes, for the matter of fact, hospitality, travel, and tourism sector got the real heat. But no worries, pandemic is never the permanent thing. It's always temporary. It will take a year or two, but we will come back. So we will definitely gonna get over it and get back to normal life again. And trust me, there'll be a lot more. If we talk about the opportunities or job opportunities in the sector, it's gonna come up slowly and gradually, because there are a lot of other hotels which are opening, or which are about to open. Right. So, Sashi, I already told about a little bit about myself. I'll tell you a little bit more. So, I've done my training, my industrial training from the Oberoi Udavilas Udaipur. Then I started my career as a front office associate into Shangri-La, Bangalore. It was pre-opening property at that point, and then team leader for a very short period of time in Novotel Tech Park. Then I moved to sales, as I thought that that's gonna be my forte. I will be good at sales than front office. So I moved into sales as a sales executive into Bangalore. It's a pre-hotel, pre-opening property again. Then a very short period of time, I got through another position of assistant sales manager into Bangalore Marriott Whitefield, and now currently, since last 1 year, I'm into Great Learning. It's a tech company. I'm a senior consultant out here. So before we go out for the opportunities, to hunt the opportunities outside the hotel, we'll talk a little bit about what are the opportunities inside the hotel, right? So we all know, we all are learning, we all are hotel management people. We know that front office, housekeeping, F&B service, and food production is something which are the normal operational department which we can opt for, right? And it's very easy. Frontline operations, housekeeping, F&B service, and food production. Anyone has interest, you can go for. But let me also tell you, other than these four uh, operational department, we can, as in we as a hotel management graduate, can also apply, or rather, opt for positions into sales and marketing, PR and communication, revenue, and human resources. Now I tell you, I'll tell you very little about it. I'll not bore you up. Sales and marketing is nothing but about getting sales. Direct marketing or indirect marketing. Direct marketing is sales, indirect marketing is marketing or digital marketing, right? Now, sales and marketing gets the business from the companies or an organization, or for an example, a MICE or a social event, to the hotel, so that the hotel operations team can work and give them service. So the first thing is sales and marketing. Any hotel open up, first thing sales and marketing does is, first department which get hired is sales and marketing, because they get the business to the hotel. Next is revenue team, which is again a very core team. These are all I'm talking about backend teams. The revenue team helps very much into revenue management. Talk about when is the day when you want to give it in 20,000 room rate, or when you want to come down on 8,000 room rate, is something which is decided by the revenue team. Also, the negotiated rates are decided by both sales and marketing and revenue team. I'll not go in deep. I'm just giving you a brief idea of about the same. Now talk about human resources, a very vital department which we also can opt directly after hotel management. Now human resources clearly states they hire, they do hiring, training. They take care of the human resources of the hotel. Again, a very pioneer team, first team to get hired because they hire all of us. Then comes the revenue team. PR and communication team. My bad. A PR and communication team works closely with revenue and sales and marketing because it's a part of sales and marketing. Ideal candidates are mostly girls because they are good at it. So this is a team, again, a very small team of 1 or 2 people in the hotel. Even they deal with the media as well. So anyone would like to, or are interested into joining these 4 departments, are I would like to request them that kindly, when you do your industrial training, okay, so when you do your industrial training, at that point in time, please put yourself into mute, every one of you. It'll be easier for me. All right, so every one of you whatsoever would like to opt for these departments, please do go by these trainings, at least for say 7 days or 10 days or 15 days of training will help you understand the back end process or how the department works. Perfect. So these are about the opportunities in the hotel. Now we'll talk about certain opportunities which we may know or may not know outside the hotel. So we are not only concise, or we are not only into the hotel. We have opportunities, and we have definite amazing opportunities outside the hotels as well. Let me talk to you about something which are closely interlinked with hotel and travel industry, which is, first thing, travel agents. Now, can anyone tell who are the travel agent I'm talking about right now? Let's make it interactive. Hello.
Yes. Uh, Mr. Shobik, there
Yeah.
is a limitation with us. I think
Okay.
this we are going live on Facebook, so we
Okay.
are
Okay.
restrained with the kind of a response that we want to get live. But they will be asking the question. They'll be put up to you once the
Perfect. Perfect.
session
No stress.
comes to.
I wasn't aware. No stress. All right. So we'll
All right.
talk about travel agents first. So talking about travel agents and tour guides, I'm talking about the multinational companies. I'm talking about Make My Trip, GoIbibo, Expedia, Cox and King. These are the companies which you can join. Again, these are very much hire the hotel management people because we are interlinked with them. Talking about cruise liners, now cruise line is Royal Caribbean, Costa Cruises, Carnival Cruise Line. These are, we have many more. Now cruise liners are very good paymasters. You can opt for it right now. Yes, the things are not in place because of the COVID-19, but anyway, we're gonna come over again. And once the cruise start, they are a very good paymaster. Yes, you have a limitation because you cannot reach your home every day. You'll have to be on in sea for 6 months. But yeah, there will be gaps in between. But it's a hectic job, but it's amazing. It's very fun. You can explore a lot of places through cruise liners. Next, again, in this you can opt for any department, similar to hotel, front office, housekeeping, F&B service, and food production. Now talking about airline kitchens. Airline kitchens, in-flight operation, airport operation is something, again, a hotel management graduate can opt for. Now, if I give you certain examples of airline kitchen, our own Indian airline kitchen, talk about Taj Flight Kitchen, you have Oberoi Flight Services, Muthoot Flight Kitchen, etc. These are the one which you can opt for. Now, in airline kitchen, mostly people from food production background are hired. Then in-flight operations and airport operations, in there you have Visa, Goyer, Spicer, Indigo, and so and so. You have a lot of other airlines. Now, about restaurant, bar, and clubs. So, if you aware or not aware, I'm sure you will be aware of that restaurants. There are quite a few restaurants, chain restaurant, who need management to work. Now those management again comes from hotel management background, be it a small or a big. Now if we talk about the entry level, yes, you will be, I think, hired as a say in case you're in service, you will be hired as a service lead, or for example team leader, because you will not be hired directly in the restaurants as a steward. If you're going for food production in restaurants, in good restaurant, I'm talking about O Kolkata, you talk about Barbecue Nation, Odis. These are the chain restaurant wherein they have their own managing team who will be managing from back end, and they are all mostly hotel management graduates. Mostly the demand is there into F&B service and food production for this kitchen sorry, for this restaurant, bar and clubs. Now marketing and public relations, now this is something which is a little on the other end, not completely interlinked with the hotel part or hospitality or travel tour, but into marketing sector. Now public relation and marketing, I'll just give you certain examples to understand. Like medicine communication, I don't know whether you have heard or not, but this is a these are very renowned, Group M India, Edelmel. These are public relation companies and marketing agencies who does marketing for other organization or other corporates. So out here again, because it's public speaking and also marketing involved, so hotel management graduates are very much eligible to opt for these uh, sectors. Then coming to the event management, event planners and conference organizers. So most of the big renowned companies, I'm talking about Accenture, talk about TCS, talk about Novo Nordisk, Capgemini. These people do not directly deal with, at times do not directly deal with the hotel. If there is a big event of, say, annual day, big mass event, they give it to an event management team. Now what does event management team does? They talk to the concerned hotels nearby and get the best quote out of it, best price out of it. Now the competitive price gets the first preference along with the location. Along with it, they take care of the entire event management, take care of the event flow, itinerary. So everything will be taken care by them. Talk about a MICE event, talk about a normal day conference, talk about an annual day dinner, or a family day dinner, whatever it is, it will be taken care by one unit or event management team. Now big event management team like Wizcraft, Tafcon, Wow Events, Showtime Group, these are the event management giant, event management giant, event planners. Basically they directly handle those corporates and give it to us, to the hotels. Again, very much interlinked to hotel. And for social event, there is a very special event planner, which is Vision Viva. That's something which is very renowned. They deal in crores, huge company. You can definitely opt for companies like this. Now after this, admins and facility management in MNC. So in multinational companies, like I'm talking about, Capgemini, Daimler, as in Mercedes, talk about ExxonMobil, they hire admins who take care of their admin related work. I'm talking about even vendor related works. For an example, a hotelier can be directly an admin or a vendor management person in a company, in an MNC, because he knows or she knows that how to deal with the hotels as a vendor, right? How the hotel operates, what are the negotiation criterias with the hotel, how what are the vendorship plans with the hotel. So we are very much eligible to opt for these positions. Facility manager is something, again, facility management together. Facility manager is someone who is leading the entire team. It will take some amount of time to get into that, but admins and facility management teams in MNCs are hired from hotel management colleges as well. Now a new platform, edtech companies, edutech, sales, education technology,
हाँ, नेटवर्क इशू है क्या? नहीं, अभी तो मेरा तो ठीक है। तुम लीव कर दिए क्या? ओके, 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 ओके। Just check it once again because it shows over here you have left. हाँ, जहाँ पे तुम एडमिन फैसिलिटी के बता रहे थे ना, उसी पे। ओके।
I'm back. I think there's a problem with the network.
Yeah, you are audible now.
Perfect. I'm so sorry. Thank you. Thank you for calling. Otherwise,
No,
I was continuing my thing.
no problem, no problem. We can understand the virtual meeting is going on. So
Yeah.
that's
Yeah. Thank you. Can you guys see us? As in, you can see session?
yeah, 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 yeah.
Perfect. Perfect. So I was talking about admin facilities. I think I've completed it. I'll talk a little bit about edtech, edutech, sales, and operations. So right now, currently at this point in time, we are very much familiar with edtech companies which has come up. It was there, edutech industry, as in education technology. This is an industry which was there even before in India, but due to we Indians do not follow much into online education or doesn't believe much into online education. It was not into boom. But after this COVID, as things changed and people are aware that even online education is a mode of education and can be done very flawlessly, uh, edtech companies are doing pretty good. Edtech companies like Byju's. I talk about my company, Great Learning, An Academy, Simply Learn. We talk about White Hat Junior, the kids coding company, if you remember. These are the edtech companies which has come up. There are many more which has come up, and Vedantu. These are the edtech companies which has come up, and they are doing pretty well. And people are very much appreciating edtech companies because of only one reason, that they're sitting at home and completing their programs. Talk about MBA, talk about postgraduate program, talk about graduation. Everything they're completing online, and they are all valid and all legit. So a tech company, again, to operations and sales, is something which you can opt for. Now, co-working spaces. Co-working spaces, let me clear it out a little bit. So co-working space is nothing but a space wherein a lot of companies, smaller companies, can work together. Okay, they have the meeting room facilities, they have canteen, cafeteria facility, they have people to serve, they have boardrooms, they have everything, they have wi-fi, high speed internet. So it's basically an office space. Say for an example, there are a lot of startups coming up, right? They don't have budget for hiring or renting out a huge real estate or huge office. So what they do, they form up a small space. Firstly, they form up a team of 10 people. Now those 10 people can easily accommodate in one room in a co-working space, wherein there are multiple other people. Even the freelancers are working through co-working spaces. So you don't have to actually invest a lot of money into real estate. So co-working spaces are into demand, are into boom, will be in boom in near future because of the entrepreneurship and the new small and big startup coming up. Co-working spaces like SmartWorks, WeWork, Office. These are Office as in AWFIS. These are some companies which you can opt for as a community manager. There is a lot of demand into as a community manager or assistant community manager into these spaces for hotel management graduates, even the freshers and the experienced one. Now coming to the real estate, yeah, real estate is most of sales which you do. So real estate sales is there which you can indeed apply for. Right now, again, real estate is not doing pretty well because of the pandemic, but it will eventually do good. Academic, academic never goes down. Talk about any school, colleges, people will learn, people has to learn, and academic sector will do good. And that's the reason you can indeed be a teacher, a professor, assistant professor, and continue your career into academics. A very good platform, I must tell you, because you don't have to go by those what do I say, the shift hours, morning, evening, break shift, and night shifts. Academics as well. Banking, insurance sectors. Now, banking is something, and PSUs. So, banking, again, I'm talking about the private bank initially. Talk about any private bank, they hire and also in insurance sector there is a demand mostly into sales part in insurance, and then PSUs. So you are eligible, you are definitely eligible like everyone other to opt for any and every what do I say, job which is related to government. I'm talking about even if you want to give IPS and IAS and you are eligible and you are capable of it, you can apply. There's no harm. No one is gonna say no. So prepare yourself for PSU if you would like to go for government job. Now, these are certain things which you need, the key attributes which you'll need to pursue any job or whatever. The past page, this one, the past slide shows you whatever you opt for, whatever you apply for, you need one thing. We need few things, sorry. That is your key attributes. These are the key attributes. So in-depth knowledge about subject concern and what is the position you have applied. So you should have a proper knowledge about what you have applied, which position is it, and what does it need. What does it need to you to know, right? Communication plays a very very vital role in current scenario and current situation nowadays in India. Communication, I'm talking about fluency and depth in English. The way you represent, the way you communicate states that who you are and what you are. To improve your communication, you can do a lot of things. I'm sure your lecturers and professors are there in your college who will guide you how to do and what to do. And please practice speaking in English. If you're from English medium background, perfect. If you're not from English medium background, if you're from any language background, doesn't matter. You can try among yourself, talk to one another only in English. It will make you really really good and fluent enough in English. It's not a rocket science, it's just a language. Microsoft Office skills. Now, Microsoft Office skill, I'm talking about overall, talk about Word, which is definitely very much required in every job nowadays, to maintain the data, to maintain the sheet, to maintain the records, something which you need. So Microsoft Office skills is something, basic skill also. If you learn, that's going to be very much useful for any or every position you apply for. Teamwork and team handling capabilities. Now, firstly, I'll talk about teamwork right now because you guys are all freshers, I believe. So if I talk about teamwork, then it is how to deal with the team, how to respect the seniors and understand that what they're talking about. You may know certain things good, you may not know things, but to accept that, okay, this is the thing. We have when we graduate initially, we have this habit that never ending. So learn from your seniors. If there is any concern, you want to put something across which is a good which will be good with regards to the organization or the operations part, do put it across, but don't be very blunt about it, don't be very rude about it. Team handling capabilities will come slowly and gradually with you. That again, with experience, you will build it up, and you should build it up so that you can lead a team. You can be a leader at one go. At one point. Public speaking and people management skills. Now, public speaking is very much clear. I'm about so that you can talk to person. Like if you're in front office, you're in housekeeping, you're in nowadays even in food production and F&B service, do talk to people. They need public speaking capability. Now, public speaking comes by, there are a few things. Now, to improve your public speaking skill, you need to know a little bit about outside world. I'm talking about the news which is happening, you know uh, talk about the politics. At times, don't avoid politics, but yeah, to know what is going around in the world, to know what is the current affairs, to know what is happening in and around your place, or rather in the city, to talk to the people. You'll be confident now. The confidence is something which you need to gain knowledge, to get confidence. And the people management skill is nothing but again, it differs a little bit from the teamwork or team building or team handling capabilities. People management skill is more of good ability to motivate your team member, to have patience, right? The accountability is something which again will play a very major aspect. Accountability of doing any job. Yeah, positivity. You should always have a positivity towards anything you do, right? N- Now currently there's COVID-19 happening. It's negative indeed, but you should have that positive attitude towards yourself, that it is going to get over someday or the other, and then everything's going to be normal. Trust is something which is again very much required, and very much even appreciated. Time management and efficiency at work. Time management is very much required if you want to be successful, be you are anyone. If you want to be successful, time management is something which you should do, you should learn. Complete your task on the given time, or rather, manage your task in such a way that you don't spend a lot of time doing something. You don't have the entire day to do one job, or you don't have the entire year to do one project. So time management is something which you should definitely work on and take into consideration. And efficient, being efficient at work is very much important, again correlated. But even if, for example, if your boss of your senior asks you that, so and so ABC, could you please do this job by 3 o'clock, and it is, say for an example, 2 o'clock right now. If you will be eligible, if you know that you can do it, say it, that yes, I can. If you need more time, say it, I'm going to give you by 4 o'clock or 5 o'clock. But do it at that point in time. Be efficient at work. Don't slog. Don't stay more than 9 hours at work if not required. Don't pretend to work more and show that, no, I'm hardworking. It doesn't work. Smart working is something which is very much treated well right now. Smart working is a new trend. Hard working is gone. Honesty, integrity, and sincerity. Again, the word states all about it. You should be honest and very sincere, and integrity should be there at work. The best thing, last but not the least, the very important things, your smile. A person looks way more beautiful than he or she is with a smile. So always when you deal with a person, always when you talk to someone, always when you are in and around with the guests on the floors or with the team members, maintain your smile. Your smile says a lot about yourself. Your smile gets if you're not even wearing a good shirt, your smile will actually make you beautiful. So do smile, don't laugh, do smile, and smile naturally. You don't have to pretend to be one. I think that's all about it. And do wear mask, maintain distance, and wash your hand frequently, because this is something which is very much required right now. And avoid meeting people in person if not required. Stay safe and stay healthy. Thank you very much. And now, in case you guys have any questions or any doubts to ask, please do ask.
Souvik, it was a nice presentation by you, and thank you for giving you a nice presentation. There is a question that is asked by the student.
Hmm.
What industry looks for in a candidate right now? Means what are the capability, ability, what are the things should be present into a candidate?
I didn't get the question. Can you repeat it? I'm so sorry. There's a
The
voice.
question is this: what industry look in a candidate now?
Okay.
Means what?
So from
Yes.
my understanding is that what industry a person should, or a candidate should, look forward to at this present scenario.
Yes. Yes.
Okay, perfect. Let's come on the slide. Okay. Yes, we all know hotel is doing bad, not doing pretty well because of the pandemic. The travel is freeze, everything is shut, so hotel business is down. Okay, let's go a little further. Let's talk about, other than hotel, what are the options? Okay, first thing first, admin and facility management people are still being hired. If you see on naukri.com or on the website who gives you the career options, you can job search, you can go by, you can understand that these positions are still hired. So in MNCs, multinational companies are still running. I'm talking about the IT companies are still running, and admins and all are still hired out there. You can apply for that. Let's talk about edtech company where I'm currently working. It's doing pretty well. There are a lot of vacancies, a lot of opportunities, and you can indeed apply for edtech company and into operations or into sales. They have a lot of demand, by the way. They have a lot of demand. If you're eligible for one, they will hire you, give you an amazing package. Trust me, edtech company right now giving you the highest package on board as a fresher. EdTech companies fresher. I'm not talking about experienced one. I'm talking about only the freshers who are getting an average salary of 6 to 8 lakhs. Please understand the scenario. Right. So that's one. I'm not talking about operation, but about sales. Now in operations, they get around 4 to 5 lakhs only as a fresher. So the experienced one gets way above any other domain right now paying. Real estate is going not pretty well. Okay, so yeah, I will right now suggest you two domains which are doing pretty well: admins and facility management in the multinational companies, and edtech companies are doing pretty well. You can focus on it because there are a lot of options and opportunities which are coming up even in Naukri or other job search sites. Banking, insurance sector, yes, insurance sector is also doing pretty well. There are sales vacancies are there in the insurance sector. In case you are looking forward for sales, you can opt for insurance sector as well.
Okay, Souvik, there is another question raised by one of the students. Am I audible to you?
Yeah, perfect.
Okay, so there is another question raised by our student. If he or she wants to go in airline, then what is the condition and procedure for that? Can you please tell us something about it?
Perfect. Now it depends which airline, which operation you would like to go for airline, kitchen, flight operation, or airport operations. Now there are a lot of vacancies which are coming up or will come up. Please be aware of fake vacancies, by the way, because in airport operations there are a lot of fake vacancies also coming up in job search. But in case you go directly through Indigo or through the companies or company sponsored or rather selected hiring partners, then you can indeed apply for in-flight operation. I'm talking about again, I'm not talking about being this thing, what do you call, air hostess or something. Yes, you can apply for ground staff. You can apply for airport operations. I'm talking about even behind the counter. You see there are ground staff who are standing and giving you tickets, helping you with the luggage, tagging you. These positions are still open, and there are people who are getting hired because airports are into operations and they're doing good, fairly good.
So you want to say that we have Damdam Airport, right, in Kolkata, and there is a TajSATS. There is a TajSATS company.
Correct.
Basically, it is the company of Taj.
Correct.
And the student means staff is working into the kitchen also. They are working as a F&B staff also, and they can work as a ground staff also over there, right?
No, if it is about kitchen, if it is about one company, they will only work as that company. Like for an example, if I talk about Taj Kitchen will only hire mostly the F&B people. I'm talking about the food production people. Now, if I talk about Vistara, again a Taj brand, but if they hire you for the counter, for the ground jobs, I'm talking about back-end job. I'm talking about ticket counters, or rather luggage tagging. I am not very much sure about the position in detail, but they do hire hotel management staffs and the graduates directly through the even the freshers can apply. But please be aware of the fake online applying portals, because there are a lot of fake vacancies which are coming up in airport operations, and you should directly apply in Taj portal or apply in company's portal, or if there is any direct career hiring partner, contact with the hiring partners directly. Do not go by any other sources.
Okay, Souvik, there is another question that is asked by a student. Can you please guide them for management training program. Can you
Man-
please guide them for management training program? How they can apply means they can prepare themselves for the management training program.
Perfect. Management training program, MT program is a very, very good and a very streamlined and very fast growing opportunity for a hotel management graduate. Talk about any department, talk about front office, housekeeping, F&B service, or any department for the matter. Management trainees are hired, and management trainees are hired from the hotel management colleges as fresher, right? The key points which I would say is first communication, be it in any department, be you are going even in food production or housekeeping, or where you don't need more communication, but still you have to be very much uh, you know uh, into communication part. You should be able to speak fluently in English and make the other person understand. Second is your presentability, how you carry yourself. Not important how you look, but how important it's very important how you carry yourself in what you're wearing, or how you're walking, how you're talking, and what's your posture and gesture. Now, very, very keen knowledge into your academics. I'm talking about which department you're working, or which department you're opting for, be it front office. You should have a proper depth, proper knowledge of front office, what it is, what it is all about. In your training days, you should be asking a lot of questions to understand about in and out of our front office. If you are looking forward, in a serious note, if you're looking forward for front office management training program, or be it any program, be it a management training program into sales and marketing, you should have a proper depth of it, proper understanding about what is what do we talk about forecasting, what is the revenue management, what is budget, how do we do budgeting. These are certain things which are very important, not primarily, but eventually. So basic things you will have to understand, because in 18 months to 2 year, everywhere, be it ITC, be it Oberoi's, be it Taj or a Marriott, a management training becomes an assistant manager directly, which actually needs at least 3 to 4 years for a normal candidate who would join as a operation training, or a OT, or a direct hiring in a ground level. So in case your aim is to crack management training, be very, very focused into which department you're working in. And in training period, please ask questions to know more about those departments. No one will be teaching you or spoon feeding you in case you don't ask questions. So please do ask questions, more and more questions, understand about it, so that on your interview round you are clear about it. So if you're opting for management training, first thing communication, second thing how you represent yourself, third thing your knowledge about the subject concern, your depth into that field.
Souvik, as I know that you have completed your industrial training from Oberoi Uday Vilas, right?
Yeah.
So can you please tell us something different that the Uday Vilas is going to be followed to the other hotels, such as Taj and Lodge? There is something different standard and laws. Anything that you want to share with the student?
Oh, see, for the matter of fact, Sushi, I have worked with a lot of hotels. So I know what is the difference between an Oberoi, or rather Oberoi the Villas, and other hotels. No one is lesser, no one is greater. It's just that there are certain things which make Oberoi's different from other hotels. There are even certain things which make Marriott different from other hotels, right? So there are unique selling points of every organization or every hotel follows. Now, if I talk about Oberoi the Villas, the first hotel, and trust me, I will tell you, it's my love. I again want to work with Oberoi the Villas if given an opportunity. And it's amazing out there. Those days, those training days, people say training days are not good, but trust me, training days were amazing for me. I got through to Oberoi the Villas in 2013. It was 2013 and 14 batch winter session when I was there. The way Oberoi follows their culture, the way Oberoi follows their training schedule is pretty amazing, because I do not come to know. I have just heard about things like in Taj, or for an example, I'll not name any brand right now, I'm so sorry. And other brands don't let you learn things, but they just tell you that, do this, do that, get the luggage, get the bottle, or serve to this guest, serve to that guest. Okay, in Oberoi de Villas there is a little different. Only the staff are eligible to serve the guests. Let me again reiterate, only and only the confirmed employees are allowed to serve to the guest. The interns, industrial trainees, are only allowed to learn. In case if it is a rush hour and you're helping them, it's a different issue, but you're not dealing anything related to guests directly. So here they believe in training you. They train you rigorously. There are interview, there are written session also happen with the training you do. There are training sessions which happens along with every department you get trained. And you are not asked to get trained only in F&B service because there is a lack of manpower out there, or only in food production because there's a need of chopping onion out there. No, you will be trained in all the departments which you want to choose. Like for an example, I'll give you an basic understanding. I was very keen into front office and food production. Yeah, I was into dilemma that where do I go. Now I was given options that what are the department you would like to opt for. I opted for front office, F&B service, and food production, and I wanted to do double training, as in another round, as in it was around say 6 months, so 1.5 month per department. I wanted to cover all, but front office I wanted to cover twice, other than housekeeping or sales and marketing or HR. So there are a lot of training who opted for HR, mostly girls opted for HR, and they're doing pretty well right now. So what I have done 3 months of front office. I have done front office into concierge, travel desk, even in front desk. Front desk, I was just the watcher. I was not doing anything. And trust me, I have learned opera a little bit because they have trained me in opera in my industrial training. And it actually helped me in my first job because I already knew opera in little bit as in the property management system. Then if I talk about food production, you are not only into chopping. You will be in barbecue, as I'm talking about. It'll be in tandoor for 1 week. You'll be in garde-manger in 1 week. You'll be in Indian. You'll be in continental. You'll be in bakery in 1 week. Every department will be 1 week. This makes you proficient enough. This makes you confident enough that yes, I know basic of all departments in food production. If you're in service, if you're in F&B service, you will not be only carrying the salver and going to get the clearing the plates. No, you'll be serving 1 week in banquet, you'll be serving 1 week in bar, 1 week in restaurant, or if you have different restaurants, then 1 week in different restaurants. So that's how my training phase went, and it was really amazing. And trust me, I was initially thinking of switching from hotel management to a different sector or doing my MBA and getting into a different sector, but only because of Oberoi de Villas, I must tell you, I've fallen in love with hotel management, with hotels, and still working with hotel. I'm right now not in hotel, but I will again get back to hotels once the pandemic gets over. Oberoi de Villas helped me fall in love with hotels and hotel management. So, an amazing experience overall, being the best hotel in the Asia Pacific, and even it was the best hotel in world some time back. An amazing experience I had from there.
Sobik, there is a small but important question that is asked by a student. How we present ourselves for the interview? Can you please suggest some point?
Okay, so see, there's a ground rule. You have to be very calm first of all. If you're going for a telephonic interview, please don't think that if you don't smile here, it's gonna work out. Please smile. Very important. Please smile and talk. It creates an impact when you smile and talk. And if you be very rude, or rather, if you don't smile and talk, it's gonna be very much visible. It's gonna be very much audible to the person, the interviewer, that okay, you're not smiling, you're just saying the answer. So please smile when you talk. Smile makes a difference. Look, I'm smiling and talking. It makes a difference to you. If I would have been, look, I'm smiling talking, does it make a difference? No, it doesn't make any difference. Right? So it sounds very grumpy. Now, when you smile and talk, it sounds very lively. Then be very focused about what you're saying. Start from what you are, who you are. talk about, if you have your industry experience, talk about the industry experience, the industrial training exposure which you had. Talk about that. Talk more about what have you learned from there, why do you like hotel management, why you would like to pursue for front office or housekeeping or sales and marketing or food production, whatever the department you're looking forward to. Then also talk about what do you know about that department, right? So people, again, those are the questions which is gonna get, you're gonna ask, you're gonna get asked by the interviewer, but be very much aware of it. Practice yourself that these are the questions which I'm gonna get. Practice
Okay,
yourself. Yeah, yeah, go ahead.
Sobi, as you have started your career in front office, okay, and can you please suggest 2 to 3 points for the front office student who all are interested in front office department? Means how they should be prepared for the front office
How
and
they
all.
should prepare. Okay, okay. See, start with the basics. Basics, as in whatever you have learned in first year, are the basics. Start with the basics and be very confident when you speak. Whatever you speak, be very confident. There is a say in hotel management, I'll tell you. You know, even if you lie with a confidence, with full confidence. You shouldn't lie though. I wouldn't say that you lie, but whatever you say with full dedication and confidence. That is something which is first. Then comes obviously the communication matrix is there, and the knowledge which you need for the department. So yeah, go through the basic, understand the basic, be confident, and the communication level should be proficient enough, or rather the fluency should be good enough for the department. And stay calm. There are a lot of times when in front office hiring, people, or rather the interviewer, make you confused. So stay calm. They are
There is
testing
a
your patience level. Yeah, go ahead.
there is a very important question that is related with you. Okay,
Mhm.
if you can please tell us your success month, if you want, please share with us.
Okay,
What is your success month?
okay.
This is the
So
last question from my side.
okay, okay, okay. 1 second. I'll just take a break. 1 second, please. Yeah.
Yeah, please.
Yeah. Okay. Hello. Hello. Meeting at one. Meeting আসতে পারলো? আমি কি এখন কথা বলতে পারবো না? I'm so sorry. I got a call from my mom. There was a
It's
problem with
okay, no
her
problem.
scooter. I'm so sorry. Yeah, right. Yeah. So no success mantra as such. Be dedicated. Have ambition. I always had an ambition to grow in the ladder. Every year I have taken a promotion. Every year I have taken a growth. If you see, I have changed companies, but every year I have taken a growth, salary hike, and a position hike. It's not necessary you have to spend 2 years in a position. It's not necessary you have to spend 1.5 year in a position to get the other position. Because nowadays it's a competitive market which you have. There was a time when uh, the market was very stable, saturated. You have to stick in one company, slowly grow. Now the competition is too high. There are a lot of options out there in and around, and people actually crave for success. So if you are craving for success and you are dedicated enough and you are knowledgeable enough and confident to apply for the position you are applying, and you will definitely get shortlisted, or rather get selected and get through. So my mantra would be very dedicated and crave. Don't sleep. Crave for your dreams. You want to achieve something, crave for it. You dream for it. You shouldn't be able to sleep if you do not achieve it. That kind of dedication should be there in you. If you have that kind of dedication, no one is going to stop you.
Okay, Sobik, it was nice talking to you, and it was an wonderful. I'm telling you very clearly, it was an wonderful webinar. Okay, that we have today. I would like to thank you from my side and from Parul University. Very thank you very much for giving your valuable time to us. Okay,
Thank you, Shashi. Thank you for the opportunity you have given me. Thank you that I could present myself and help certain candidates, the growing candidates who are the future of hospitality industry. And if I can make a change by this, I'll be glad. Much appreciated.
Definitely.
Thank you.
Definitely. Thank you. Thank you very much.
All right, guys, take care.
Okay.